I'm taking what is typically called a spiritual bath. Only, however, my recent experience shows that it's actually just to get rid of the parasites that we all carry. See where this is going. And so one thing led to another, and essentially, it does not matter what story you heard as a kid. This levels the playing field. Do you understand? These are all stories for your parasites. They're not for you. They are entirely to basically exercise your demons, either by taking them for a walk and teaching them lessons, or by purging them. So essentially, that includes this includes the science experiments that the government's been doing. Honestly, it coincides. If it was actually a good thing, but if the results are good, but what they did is bad, you still have to acknowledge that. Yes, what they did is bad. However, where has this led to things being right? And so for me, everything led to me waking up my parasites and getting rid of them. This is the child version. Okay? My inner child is what the hell? I lived a lot of terrible moments believing those stories were true. And, suffered because of it. That wasn't nice. Why didn't you just give me the herbs and deworm me? Essentially, it's a forest fairy diet. So, why'd you tell me to stop eating things that I was already eating? My parents forgot to feed me sometimes. So I'd eat whatever looked edible. Take a little taste. Dandelions were always edible. And what do you know? Those of us that were lucky enough to get to eat dandelions as kids, we were deworming ourselves, essentially, keeping the pipes clear. And so there's in all these different ways, this is part of the mental process that people need to go through in coming to terms with the fact that they are parasite ridden right now. Because you're going to feel all sorts of emotions about that. And hearing my breakdown of it might just help you through. So essentially, the parasites keep us from mentally and emotionally maturing. Okay? As a human species, we all have a tendency to think or act like an emotional toddler. That would be our parasites. And so what would then happen as a species is either a flood, fire, or ice. It should be the ice age. And so, this is, okay, those are all of the elements. I'm following a trail of information like a detective here. Because that's what children do. Children, I didn't dismiss things, I just didn't talk about it. How about you? And so, the trail of crumbs, somehow they lost the forest fairy information. I could have been eating twigs this whole time. What? This, if I'd have gotten used to it, it wouldn't be so terrible now. And so, but it's generations of lost knowledge. Plain and simple. The knowledge was wiped from us. And so Originally, this all started, I had a scientific theory that if we returned to our original state, like, if like, I'm part of pre-Adamite. I'm not Adam and Eve. I'm pre-Adamite. Like, my being's bred with Adam and Eve's, evidently. Okay? Like, that's how that goes. I have extra information in my DNA that other people don't have. That doesn't make me special. It makes me worried. Because on a lab rat roster, that puts me at prime scientific level. And so what people don't realize is that the government will go to no end to do experiments on people like me. Especially, like, I don't care about leaving home. I don't care, like, I like to go for a trip once in a while, but I have so much to do at home. I don't, like, who has time for a job or energy? Because, like, where I live, it legitimately takes work. We should get paid to live up here, technically. Well, if the locals took better care of the forest, maybe that would work out. But, it's one of those things where, everything we were taught was wrong. Like, all of those sayings that stuck in your mind is actually the opposite. Like, if the Celtics are right and as above, so below, everything like topsy-turvies, what does that mean? It means, like, whatever they believe is coming in. What do they believe? We might want to look into it. So I'm not tracking down, like, one religion. I'm tracking down information that leads me to the truth. And so, like, each culture has keys that open up different parts of my brain and knowledge in my brain. All I have to do is ponder that. And so, what people don't realize is, like, my brain is so far ahead right now. While most of you don't even know what's ahead with the whole parasite storm, and a lot of, like, I've already planned what we're going to have to do with the bodies. So my mind is already like, I want to get past the bad parts and think about the good parts. And how I know that there's going to be a pile of bodies is because people refuse to listen to me. I've given all sorts of polite information. Now I'm going to have to slap you with the information. And so this is why AI is predicting a bad outcome, because y'all don't want to listen. Y'all can't hear. And so hopefully this message reaches some of you. Like, all the stories lead to, we are over-infested with parasites. And if we want things to go to golden era or good times, then absolutely everybody has to lose their parasites, or Mother Nature will do it for you. There is no such thing as religion. Like, that's what it's all about. That is, like, mythology. All these stories are to entertain your parasites, really. But I did uncover a lot of information on the way. It's just too much for people to understand because they have all these parasites doing their thinking for them. So there's an exchange. You got to trade out your parasites while taking on knowledge. And that is how you offload your parasites. That's why people even started offloading their parasites. So if you have not started losing parasites, I would actually be concerned. Because that means you fused with it. And you've made a series of poor choices that you think nobody knows about. But parasites actually tell on you. And they cause you to tell on yourself. So, give it time. Parasites are the truth serum, guys. Parasites tell it all. If you're faking your spiritual awakening, parasites, that's how I know. That's how he knows. God.